Hey Comets, welcome to another day of learning. This is a video on the Math Plus packet. I'm honestly not quite sure where week 7 ends and where week 8 begins, so I'm just kind of going to do lessons and then until we run out and try to put a few out there each day. So I'm on this, we did this yesterday, and then I'm going to be on circles here. Again, this is in the 7th grade material. So in this circle, we have several features. We have the center, which is here, and this kind of gives the name of the circle. So this would be circle N. And the diameter of the circle, which goes through the center from one edge to the other. So M, N, O would be a diameter all the way across the circle. And then the radii, or the singular would be a radius, would be from any outside point to the center. So really there are several radii, Pn, On, and Mn. Okay. Again, the difference between radius and diameter, radius is just halfway across, diameter is the whole way across. So it says to calculate the area and circumference of each circle shown below. All right, so here's our example problem. Area is pi r squared. So the area equals pi times 3.5 to the second power, and we can use pi as 3.14. Okay? And the circumference uses diameter, or if we're doing radius, 2 pi r. So we just multiply these together and we get 21.99 millimeters. Okay, so these two formulas are very, very helpful. All right, so let's look at area and circumference of this circle right here. Circle A, if you will. All right, so for circle A, our radius is 5. So we want to use the formula area equals pi r squared. So we're going to say area is 3.14. They didn't tell us what to use for pi, so I'm just going to use 3.14 times r squared. So 3.14 times 25, and I'm going to go to the calculator here. 3.14, whoops, 3.14, why is it not working? There it is, 3.14, woo, times 25, and I get 78.5 centimeters squared. Okay, that's the area of circle A. So that's part of our answer. Now we want circumference. Okay, circumference is going to use radius as well. Okay, so circumference is 2 pi r. So I have 2 times 3.14 times my radius, which is 5. And pull up my calculator. Got 3.14 times 2 times 5, and I get 31.4. Probably could have done that without a calculator, but oh well. Centimeters. Okay, so zoom in so you can see a little better what I did there. Okay, so again, pi r squared, multiply 3.14, which is pi, times 5 to the second, so it's 25. 3.14 times 25 gives us 78.5 centimeters squared since it's area. And then 2 pi r, so we have 2 times pi, which is 3.14, times 5, which is a radius, and we get 31.4 centimeters. Just centimeters, because it's the length around, right? Circumference. Okay? All right, what else do we have on this page? Let's see. Oh, there you go, see? They did tell us. This is on the bottom. All right, so let's go ahead and go into this. Calculate the area and circumference of each circle described below. So basically the same idea. It's just now we don't have a picture. We just have the description that they're giving us. So number one, the diameter of a circle is 6 centimeters. So the diameter is 6 centimeters. Okay, now that's okay for circumference because I can use circumference is pi times d, or diameter. So I can do 3.14 times 6. Okay, that would be fine. But for my area, I'm going to need to know my radius, which is half of this. So for pi r squared, I'm going to do 3.14 r, which is half of 6, which is 3, to the second power. Okay, so let's figure those out real quick. 3.14 times 6 is going to be 18.84. And again, that's circumference, so that's going to be just centimeters. All right, then to find my area, I'm going to do 3.14 times 3, and then times 3 again because it's 3 squared, and I get 28.26, in this case centimeters squared since it's area. Okay, so again, very similar to the previous page, it's just now it's in word form. All right, if they give you diameter, you're going to have to cut it in half to get your radius. All right? Okay, let's take a look at one of these problems. So, did not mean to zoom in. There we go. Calculate the circumference or area to solve each problem. So we're going to need to know what is it they're looking for, circumference or diameter. All right, so let's do, Jaleesa is buying a round backyard pool. The distance around the edge of the pool is 38 feet. Find the area of the pool we'll cover. All right, well, distance around sounds like circumference. So I think they gave us the circumference, 38 feet. Then they want us to figure out the area. So we're going to have to do a little bit of unpacking and then revamping to get our area. Because in order to get area, we need the radius, right? Pi r squared. Okay? Now, to get the radius, we need to not divide this in half, okay? But we need to remember that circumference is 2 pi r. Okay? So 2 pi r. We know the circumference is over here, 38, and 2 pi r. So I need to divide both sides by 2. So 38 divided by 2, oops. It's going to be 19. So 19 equals pi r. So I need to divide both sides by pi. I'm going to divide this by 3.14, which is about 6.1. Okay? So it's going to go with, our radius is 6.1. So area equals pi, or 3.14, times 6.1 squared. Now, our answer is going to be affected by how much we round that 6.05 and so on. Okay, so here's what we could do. We could just keep that into our calculator and do our fancy square button, right? And then multiply it by 3.14, and we're going to have a really accurate number. Okay, you may not have figured it that accurately, but that's okay. If you rounded to 6.1 like I showed, it's going to be a little bit different, and that's all right. Okay, so actually that's going to be really close to 115. So our area is about 115 feet squared. Okay, let's just see more of what I was doing there. Okay, so try the rest of those on this page. Again, I'll be back next week with the remaining pages. Thank you guys for staying engaged, and hopefully you have a good weekend. We'll see you next time. Bye.